This caught me completely off guard.
Hey, so if y'all don't know, listen, this is a congratulations are in order. I'm a hand T-Rex over this wrinkled up bag from Jack and Jane.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, congratulations on becoming a new father.
Appreciate it.
At 47, dog. Go and pull it up out of there.
Okay.
Let us see what I got you.
Okay.
Let's talk about kids, and not just kids, but having kids late in life for men who are in their 40s and up. Is it a good thing to start over? Or should we consider that? We're going to get into it today. I'm your host, Priest, and we got Big Cuz T-Rex.
What it do?
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
What up, man?
Not much, man.
Talking about these kids today. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I'm in my 40s. I'm 48?
Yeah.
You in your 40s? It's OGs
47.
Uncut.
47.
OGs Uncut. You know, should OGs be having babies? You know, this is the question. Are OGs too old to have babies? I don't know what the age is for OGs, but I'm gonna say 40 and up.
Right.
When I had my oldest son, one of the fam came down, and one of the cousins was like, "All right, cuz, it's time to hang it up." You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I was in my 30s.
Right.
I was in my upper 30s, I think, when my younger son was born.
Right.
So she was telling me it's time to hang it up. So, man, let's open the conversation with starting over.
Right.
You know, how you feel about starting over? Because that's what you're doing when you get when you have a new baby late.
Right.
Especially after you done had adult kids.
Oh, well, I say I started to feel a sensation of having them when I think I had my daughter. I was like at 40 or 41.
Okay.
And then my son, like I said, them two I had like back to back. I was like 39. Then like almost a year later, then my wife was pregnant again. I was 40.
Oh, okay. So 39 and 41.
40 is where I was like, okay. I used to say if it happened, it happened.
Yeah.
But then it was like I was like mentally micromanaging, and then I was physically micromanaging when I was letting loose.
Pulling out?
Yeah. So this one, I ain't gonna say, I can honestly say this one is whatever happens, happens. This caught me completely off guard.
Hey, so if y'all don't know, listen, this is a congratulations are in order. I'm a hand T-Rex over this wrinkled up bag from Jack and Jane.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, congratulations on becoming a new father.
Appreciate it.
At 47, dog. Go and pull it up out of there.
Okay.
Let us see what I got you.
Okay.
Got a little
summertime when you born or something. Okay, got the hat.
You can do fall with that, the cream, you know what I'm saying? By that time, he gonna grow into it.
Oh, okay, got the jacket.
We got a little jacket, right. Real player.
Okay, all right. Oh, got him whole fitted. Okay. All right, there you go.
A little collar shirt.
Oh. My man got the bag. Oh, before all you young baby girls like women, y'all like to look at the feet first.
Yeah.
Bam!
Got them feet, boy.
Boy, look at them feet.
Thing.
Check them things out.
Hey, look almost similar to what you got on right now. Look kind of the opposite.
This like a picture. Like my man was big enough, we take a picture right now.
Yeah.
Go to Walmart and get a photo shoot. But yeah, look at them feet. Okay.
Hey, dog.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about there.
Hey, man, got a little swag, you know.
Okay.
That's that photo shoot fit right there.
Yes, sir. The cream. Okay. Got to get that in.
So, man, you a dad, a new baby boy, man, at 47. How's that sleep looking, man?
Lack of sleep deprivation.
Sleep deprivation?
Yep, feel like I was in the military doing that bivouac. 72 hours road march, no sleep. Just quick 5 or 10 minute break and keep it pushing.
Dang.
Yeah. So excuse me if y'all see me yawn or nod like Joe Biden.
Like Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, that's what's going on.
You ain't T-Rex now. You Sleepy Rex.
Yeah.
You Sleepy Rex today. Man, you know what? I know you say that you didn't plan this pregnancy. Y'all didn't plan this pregnancy, right?
Yeah, none of them we did, but this one for sure caught us off guard, both of us.
Okay.
It was like we found out, brace yourself.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask a question, what makes an older man think about having kids at older ages? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it love? Is it legacy? Is it like pressure from younger women? But you said you didn't plan it.
Yeah. I think everything you said is all the above. And then I think pride can go into it.
Pride.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, meaning pride, like my grandpa had kids at an older age.
What's the pride angle you think? Like,
Yes.
I can still
See if I still got it. Still, if I see I can plug it. I mean, that's for like the rich guys that's got money and they can afford to do it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say I couldn't afford to do it. I mean, to have the luxury, don't have to feel that aftershock out the baby. Like you can pay.
It's
for
not all
babysit.
on you. You got support. A lot of support.
Or you can pay for some more support.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I put the pride factor in, especially if you come from a lineage of a family that's a big family.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel like, oh, if I don't reproduce like my other siblings, like 'cause I got a sibling. He's in his, I guess, we got siblings in our family that I ain't gonna say what gender that don't have no kids.
Yeah.
So you can kind of feel like, if you ain't got no kids, your family kind of think what's going on with you. Are you on the straight and narrow, or you straddling the fence, or did you jump to the other side?
Oh, what?
Nah, some of my family look at it like that. Like if you've been known to go out with women or you known to go out with men, but you ain't had no kids yet, are you hiding something?
Start asking, yeah.
Is there something in the closet, or do you have something against kids? You know what I'm saying? So I think a pride thing is where I gotta at least have one. Man. I gotta at least have one for my grandma, or I gotta have one for my mom. Yeah. So it's a pride thing. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah.
For me, man, it's a pressure thing. It's pressure, not pride for me.
Okay.
Somebody who's dating, not been married, not married now.
Right.
And if I date a woman who's in her 30s or younger 30s,
yeah,
no kids, and she feel like, hey, this is a good situation to start a family, that's pressure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can speak to that too, since you brought that up. I'm glad you spoke that up. I mean, you brought that up because I want to talk about that because I'm in that situation. I'm like, I think 7 or 8 years older than my wife. I'm 47.
But y'all married though, that's different. That's not what I'm saying.
But but outside of the marriage, the scenario is the same. You're older, the woman is younger.
But when you dating and you this age and you dating somebody who's younger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The pressure from that is different. It make you start thinking, I'm gonna speak for myself.
Got you.
I'm gonna speak for myself.
Got
the
you.
pressure is different. It's different dating a woman who already got kids and she just trying to enjoy life. She done been through the teachers conferences, the PTA meetings, the scrapes and scratches, the sports teams, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And she just ready to chill. And then, because I can relate to that. But when you get a girl, you know what I'm saying? She fine, she young, she hot, you all on that, but she still see a family ahead of her.
Yeah.
It make you have to open your mind in a different way. Like you really have to, because see, like what you were saying is like, y'all didn't plan it, but you embraced it. But see, for me, when I'm dealing with a younger woman, I'm thinking about it on the front end. I'm not trying to do like an afterthought because it's like, well, shit, it's not my wife. What if I decide that, I ain't feeling her for life? So I got to think about it ahead of time. Like, shit, do I want to, you start thinking about like the age, you're going to be when they graduate and stuff like that. So it's a different, I don't know, it's a different kind of pressure from young women because they body talking, man, and they ready to have that baby.
Okay.
Was your wife putting pressure on you like that? Like, was Asia like, I want another one?
She didn't put pressure, but we had a conversation. She said she didn't mind having kids.
She was
and
open.
If she was open. this before we got married. And even if I said, well, we was messing around before we got married. We wasn't on that waiting until we get married and have sex and all that. I don't believe that's real. You got to test the equipment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or you'd be sadly disappointed. And now you're lying to yourself and your partner. But anyway.
That's facts.
I was like, if that's when I was in church. I was like, man, if you get pregnant, how you feel about it? Or cause we not using no protection and that. And she was like,
that was before y'all had any kids though.
Yeah. So I always
makes sense though.
When I first date women, I'm just gonna be honest, I try to use condoms. So when I use them and I feel like we done built the relationship, I kind of can see how she's moving. I feel comfortable that she messing around. I don't strap up no more. But when I don't strap up no more, I bring it up like, hey, we playing around with this. I'm the type of dude that if I have it, we have it. I don't believe in abortion. Are you cool with that? And they be like, nah, I'm cool. And I'm like, all right. Not saying I'm going to just all in them, but just in case I slip or anything, I don't want to have the pressure of you saying I'm pregnant or you scared that you pregnant. I used to feel like that when I was young because I wasn't mature and my finances wasn't stable. But when my finances was in a place where if I had it, I'm cool. I bring that up.
Yeah, man, I ain't trying to slip up at this age.
I got you. Yeah.
No, I ain't even speaking on countering what you. I'm just saying I'm not trying to slip up at this age. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. Like when you were in a stable relationship or you in something you see long term, then yeah, it makes sense to be open to that. Right. It makes sense to throw the protection off and do what you do because you happy with the person who on the other end of the equation.
Yeah.
So I can see that, but I'm just saying like dating younger women, man, who like. They body is like, hey, especially when you hit that 30 mark, 31, 32, and no kids, they got pressure, they biological clock. The mom, the dad are like, hey, what's up, grandkids? It's a lot of pressure. And that pressure come over on you. So you really now you got to start putting them, you got to start evaluating them in long-term thoughts.
I think, with women, I really don't think about their family. Only way I start thinking about their family if I'm trying to get a read on her personality. Like if I'm really trying to see what type of person she are, I really don't think about the family unless I'm trying to see, okay, she got this from her dad or she got this from her mom, or is this a characteristic she developed on her own? So that's the only reason why I look at the family. But outside the family, I care less about the family. But just for that aspect, I think with me is more so if I was on your side of the track, where I would probably be thinking more so on the side of financial and if she's willing to keep it or not. Because I don't do, if a woman is pregnant, she knows she's pregnant and she's doing this straddling the fence, I'm going to keep it, I'm not going to keep it, and stuff like that. That's what I don't want to deal with. I already told you I'm cool if you get pregnant, I'm cool with it. If you say you cool with it, but then afterwards you thinking about now having it, that's what I'm worried about. Finances and you planning if you're going to keep it or not.
Yeah. When I say family, I'm just talking about pressure.
Oh, I don't care about the family.
I'm talking about pressure because the pressure ain't going to be on you, but the pressure's on her.
Yeah.
And then, you get that pressure because that pressure is coming through her. It ain't just her body, it's her family. So that comes into your relationship and it makes you think like, okay, can I see myself long-term with this and all of that? But
got you.
That's what it is, man. But let's go into the pros and cons of older guys starting over, having kids. Let's talk pros first. You in the situation. I got a potential situation depending on how I'm dating. Mm-hmm. The question's always there. Mm-hmm. Do you think there's pros to being in your mid to higher 40s or 40s period having a new baby?
I think, yeah. I don't know if it's a lot, especially if you already have kids. Now, if this is your first child and you older, then it's a lot more pros. But for me,
because everything's new, yeah.
Yeah, but for me now, having multiple kids, that's why I say it's not a lot of pros. Not saying I'm on the negative side, because I already experienced most of it. I think the pro that stands out to me more is I have a lot more to live for. I may have to tighten up on my health. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I got to be around longer for this one.
Right.
So that's probably the only pro that'll stick out to me
That's
is health wise.
That's real. Let me ask you this. Have you thought about this since you've got your two older sons are from other women?
Right.
And them situations didn't pan out relationship wise, right? I know one of them was a marriage, I think, and one of them you was like pretty much like a marriage.
Yeah, and I was still married at the time though. Yeah.
But it was like you came just like me. I'm divorced, so it's just like you came together with the intentions of building the family. You had a kid, but then the family structure dissolved. Do you feel like this marriage and having kids, just your third kid with your current wife, do you feel like just having a family structure together was one of the pros of having kids with your wife? Because even though you've got experience as a father, you didn't really have prolonged experience as a family man, as a husband.
I keep it gangster. I say the pros of having kids kind of what keeps me and my wife marriage together like glue. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's a common,
Yeah, then situations like, not having to travel back and forth with to see the kid or having to, micromanage. Like if they messing with a new guy, is he good around my kid? So that's the pros with this marriage is like having kids. I think that's why our marriage lasts as long. That's kind of like where me and her butt heads and we saying we want to go our separate ways. You know how some marriages get where y'all talk that. But as you get older, you think about, you're thinking about legacy. You don't want these kids to go through it. When you look at society is changing. And it's feel like, it's like you, as an older guy, you're like, man, I'm too grown to just keep bouncing around. So I had to say to myself, if I did leave, is it really because of her? And it's like, nah, because it's like, every woman got boobs, every woman got a coochie, everybody got a butt, and I don't care who you with, stuff get boring. So you can only look good for so long. I don't care how much you try to remix your body.
Right.
So
right.
I think kids is a blessing for me. I think kids is a blessing in that aspect. So I think that's another pro of having kids, especially when you older. It rejuvenates you to be like, okay, I got something to boost me to keep this family thing together. So a new addition kind of like, if you wasn't, if you wasn't motivated to do it, now you got a reason to be motivated. So my thing is more, it's not even about me no more. It's more about the family and her. Because I know with me not being around, it would be twice. It might be 10 times harder for her. So now it's like with Lil Man, it's like I got to be more strategic in everything I do, even with health, even me stressing and getting mad because, my grandma always warned me like, boy, you keep stressing out, you getting hype. Even you tell me like, cuz you need to calm down. And then in my family, we have a lot of hypertension in my family. So having him is like I'm really having to pay attention to everything I do because I'm older. So he's like a blessing in disguise for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, kids make you go harder in the right direction.
Yeah.
One thing, I don't have girls, but one thing about boys, man, I thought boys were a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? It keeps you youthful.
Yeah.
You use the word rejuvenated. I feel like it keeps you. I like kids in general. I don't have a lot. I have 2 boys, but I like it. I like playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can play. You're never too old to play. And I think that, sometimes you get too grown, you forget to have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just silly fun, throwing the ball, going to the pool, whatever. That stuff is fun. Obviously, after you get older, you are less able to, you're not able to do it as much, but it's fun. I think having kids around kind of keep that youthful energy with you.
Yeah.
Let's go into the cons, man. And I feel like that's what most people probably live with this. Most people was like, I didn't know there was no pros to this.
That list might be kind of long.
Hey, the other thing, I'm gonna say this, when I started with the cons, for me, because see, my oldest is 22. He about to turn 23. What's the date? The
13.
13?
13 for the 14th. Let me look.
Yeah, he got to be 13.
13th, yeah.
Yeah, he got like 12 days.
Okay.
And he's 23, my oldest, and then my youngest, 12. He turned 13 in 6 months.
Right.
So another one already got a 10-year gap. You know what I'm saying? Another one he laughing. There's a 12-year gap. You know what I'm saying?
If you plan on doing something, you gotta do it soon.
He said he got to do it now. You know, but the funny thing is, to be honest with you, I always tell myself.
Okay.
Because sometimes you tell yourself something, and then when the reality get there, you like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But I tell myself, like, I'm open to it with the right person. I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Yeah, but with the right person, but it's just like the circumstances got to be like I want them to be. You know,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to clock in for nobody. My business got to really be running.
Yeah.
I got to have control of that. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to travel when I want to travel, do what I want to do,
Yes, sir.
control my situation. But
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Boy.
But you know, I mean, but that's how I feel though. I feel like and it's probably because I'm not married right now. That's probably why in my mind,
Right.
I'm like, with the right person, I'd be open to a right situation.
Right.
But yeah, man, the cons. You know, they say, shit, if you, let's say you 45 and you have one at 45, when that kid turns 18, with that 65 minus 2, that's like 58.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know if I did that math right or not. No, that would be like 63. Yeah, because 20 years is 65, and then you come 2 back, that's 63. So you be 63 on their 18th birthday when they going to school. You know what I'm saying?
That's
When they
durable, but you cutting it close.
Yeah, you cutting it close. You cutting it real close. And the thing is like, the older you get, the more you realize that age ain't as older ages aren't as old as you saw them when you were young. Because I remember, you know, Tutu called me out on this. We was at actually my ex-girlfriend had gotten married, and we was at her wedding reception. Me and him was sitting beside each other. He was like, "You seen so and so, whatever." And I'm like, "She 30," and he was like, "Nigga, you 30," and I was 29 at the time. But in my mind, 30, I thought 30 was old. And here I am, nigga, sitting, I'm 30, you know what I'm saying? It just,
1 year difference.
He said, nigga, you 30. I said, shit, you right.
But you could have had a comeback because you know you and him coming.
Yeah.
Y'all had a comeback. But I don't feel 30.
Hey,
I feel 20. So what's the 30 is to do 20?
But I had to eat that though.
Yeah, I got you.
It's just because of those that's threshold, like 30. And these y'all in y'all 20s, y'all be thinking 30 old. 30 is the same age as 22.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? 30 and 22 is the same age. In fact, 30 is like a more advanced 22.
Yeah, you more of a refined 20.
You are refined because you can still do everything with your body, but you got a little bit more here.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You're not old at 30, boy. You like they say for men, you actually hitting your prime.
Yeah, yes.
You hitting your peak.
That's prime time when you're 30, lower 30.
30 to I say 30 to 40.
Yeah.
Some people say 30, 35, 30. No, 30 to 40. Me personally, how you were, how I was growing up in our era being active.
Yeah.
Shit, sometimes in my age now, I have a spurt for a month where I feel young and hit the gym and everything like that. And then I slow down and have a lot longer intermissions. But I still have them young moments.
Yeah,
when my body feel good, I'm like, okay, I still got something.
Yeah, I still do, like right now.
Yeah.
I'm in my upper 40s, but I do stuff in the gym that I don't realize that most guys in the upper 40s don't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's normal to me. So I feel like age, in a lot of ways, age is about how you carry it.
Yeah.
And how you carry it though, and your mentality and how you present yourself.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, man, niggas was looking old at 27. You know what I'm saying? Remember in the league, you had the dudes with the receding hairline. They still had muscle definition, but they 25-year-old looked like he was 46 in the face. It's how you carry it, man.
Dude in the gym right now, I be in there and I be seeing the dudes take off their hats and I'm like, damn, this nigga thinning. I'm like, okay. They about my age. And I'm like, yeah. And then they be like, yeah, man, I'm 27, 28. And I'm like,
what?
Nigga.
I'm 34. What? Where, bro?
And I'm asking, they were like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 46. I'm 40. Like this year, I'm 47. They like, ain't no way, man. You still flexible and everything like that. I said, yeah, man. But it makes me feel young.
Right.
But I think what it is is people try to put you in a mental mind state.
Yeah.
Like, family, like, you need to slow down. Like I said, I still be doing the gym, this and this and that and that. You getting older. I hear you, but I don't hear you.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to make me old before I need to get old. I'm already seeing the gray. I ain't got to act according to how I look with the gray.
That's where it go right there. A lot of people try to
don't get it twisted because
they try to push your ass toward the grave. Get on out there.
Like 300.
Get your ass off
when
me.
When they kick the nigga in the pit.
They try to kick you toward the grave. You better get your damn ass off me, nigga.
I hear you. I understand where you coming from.
Bro.
But until I feel it,
that's how
I'ma keep going the way I'm going.
You carry it how you feel.
Yeah.
The only thing, I know we talking about age now, because this is a part of it.
Yes.
Because this is a part of what makes a man decide if he gonna go in again.
Yeah.
Is how he carrying that age. Because if you feeling old and your mindset is old, then it's a bad idea.
Yes,
but
sir.
I think if you, I don't want to say a youthful mindset, but if you still got a growing mindset, because I think getting old, one of the things about getting old is you become less flexible. Yeah. Not just physically, but here.
Yeah.
You're not open to grow and learn and see things done in different ways.
Yeah.
When you bring a new kid in, man, you're going to see the world through that kid. Mm-hmm. Everything that's happening in the world, they're going to be developing. So it opens you to new ideas, new ways of doing shit.
Yes, sir.
I'll be honest, because I think it's probably less cons to me to having a kid older if you value family.
Yeah.
If because if you value family, so I guess it depends on what you value. Like if you really valuing exploration at your older age, because you done did your work, you done raised your kids, and now you want to, jet set, you want to move around the world, then it don't make sense.
Yeah.
But maybe if you create a situation to where you can do that with your family, then what's the difference?
I mean, well, me per se, it's how you treat your body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you exercise, you always been active. That kind of keep you young. Like you you're not a personal trainer, but you didn't do a lot of unnecessary wear and tear on your body. You don't drink a lot. You don't smoke.
I did a little bit.
You do a lot of things to keep your body up.
Right.
So that's why. So it's a mindset, and I think it's how you use your body.
That's fair.
Have you used and abused your body? And I think how you use and abuse your body hits your mindset. So it's kind of easy for you to say I got it because you treat your body right. I treat my body. I think now that I got older, I probably drink more.
I'm okay. I'm in the middle of the road with treating my body right.
Yeah, but what I mean treat your body right, like you're like not a lot injury prone.
Right.
You get your rest when you need to. You just, like little things that you do. I need to drink more water.
Right.
And stuff like that. You have always been consistent. You be like, okay, I need to tighten up on this. And you treating your body the way you want the output that you want to come out of life with everything. So for you to feel like you still got juice in the tank to have a kid, people don't understand the foundation for you to have that mindset.
Yeah,
even the physical part.
That is a foundation. I agree.
So a lot of guys like, man, you need to chill out. You be like, yeah, I get you. But for some reason, I still had this thing like if I did have a kid, I can do it.
I'll be okay with it, yeah.
Because it's how you've been treating.
Yeah, it's a stand. I think that comes with having a standard too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you got some, you let's bring in ego. Sometimes that's a good side of ego. You got an ego. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to let my body slip that far. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, six pack, whatever, but I ain't going way over here either.
Exactly.
Having a standard. But I think that's facts, man. It depends on your mindset and where you at with it. That makes it make sense.
So now that you bring up cons, my cons, and I think me and you talking about is like, when you said cons, I've thought about what's going on now with the two young guys. The one that got.
Oh, we're gonna get into that after the break.
Okay, cool,
yeah,
cool.
So because that's to me. So after the break, we're gonna get into the kind of society that we bringing kids into. Does that make having kids at any age a pro or con?
Yeah.
Let's get into that after the break.
Yeah.
Religion is a very dark and mysterious subject. But once you stand up, put the book down, and pick up your thinking cap, that's when things begin to turn around. And you'll realize that your curiosity is a journey. And sometimes it's a journey that you take alone. But you'll realize that the true benefit is life after religion. Life after religion, my journey into history and healing, available on Amazon now. All right, everybody, we back. Right now, we gonna go into the other side of raising kids. We were talking about inside the household. Now we're gonna talk about what happens outside the house that may influence whether you want to have kids or not at any age. We just had two major verdicts in two situations. Carmelo Anthony, everybody knows that situation. Unfortunately, the young man died. He was defending himself. That trial ended up in a murder conviction, right? He's being sentenced. On the flip side of that, 2023, a story that was not widely publicized until the verdict with Cyrus Belton, I believe his name is, 14-year-old who was accused of stealing water but wasn't actually stealing water, was chased down for 130 yards by the store owner and his son, and ultimately discharged a firearm into his back, killing the young man. He was vindicated, or not vindicated, but he was found not guilty, and he claimed self-defense. So two major high-profile situations where both parties who were on the short end of the stick were black. And so obviously this is a big discussion. This is regardless of how you feel about the verdict, in black households everywhere, especially foundational black Americans, there are conversations with kids. There are considerations about kids, where you send your kids with no supervision, where you let them go, who do you trust them around? And what we're talking about today is, this a good time to even bring kids into the world? I'll put that out there. I'll leave that out there. You can jump on it, or I'll start that, man.
All right.
In different times right now.
Well, yeah, I think I'll start with the pros again. I mean, it's a good time. It's always a good time to bring life in the world. You know what I'm saying? For they say for every child is born, somebody die, or vice versa. Every time somebody die, a child is born. I think that's kind of like what's been keeping us relevant, is through all the things that we've been going through. We keep reproducing. It almost reminds me of the Bible, where when Pharaoh, supposedly where they make Egypt look bad, is the more he tried to suppress them, the more they kept multiplying. And then you see it again every time supposedly the devil or it come to taking us out, we reproduce. I just think that's with nature, like what you call it, when it was the Great Depression in the 1920s.
Yeah.
A lot of people had more babies during the Great Depression.
Made me think of Bebe's kids, man.
Yeah.
we don't die, we multiply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think now that's my only pro, that we just genetically through the universe, we just reproduce. But the con, I would say that the main thing, and I mentioned this to you on the phone, that they how can I say it? They purposely was doing the genocide to us. But now I think it's more a psychological genocide for us to even thinking about saying that, maybe it's not good to have a kid now.
I think those two verdicts, to me, it makes me look at the world as the world I grew up in. And I feel like I've always moved differently as an adult than I saw my parents, my mother, move as a kid. My hometown of Marion, South Carolina, I could move around and go far out from the house and my mom not be concerned. We just had to get back by the lights, getting turned on. Not that it wasn't violence in the world, there was, but the community was different, because one thing I realized when I used to be out, my town felt like everybody knew each other. even though that wasn't true, but if an adult saw a kid, they would say the way they referred to the kid is like, oh, that's so-and-so boy right there. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so-and-so little girl. Or if they didn't know the kid, who little boy is that? It was, they referred to you through relationships.
Right.
You know, they trying to connect you to a family. And that's how we refer. I remember when I was on the porch one day and we was at some girl's house, me, Tutu, and all of them. And then the daddy, the uncle, somebody came home. He was like, who y'all? Who your people is? And then he went down the line. And I had to say Diane and this and that. And Tutu was telling, oh, okay, I know them. Okay, I know them. So that question, who your people is, that's how we related to each other. Think about now when you go outside and you see people who live right around you.
Right.
You don't know nothing about them.
Yeah.
And when we are looking at each other, we don't say, whose son is that? Or whose sister is that? Or whose daughter is that? We say, oh, that's that black dude.
Yeah.
That's that Asian cat. That's that white boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We look at each other through labels, which what I'm getting at is that society is so connected online, but in person, we ain't connected at all.
Yeah.
We using labels. So you can still have the same value system as somebody.
Yeah.
But if people don't feel a connection, it don't matter what kind of value. So you can have the same religion. You can worship the same God. But if they look at you and don't feel connected, your values don't mean crap. Because they not going to give you the same type of consideration as people they feel connected to with them values.
Right.
You know, they're going to look at you with something different. And to me, that makes the world, to me, feel more, for lack of better words, dangerous.
Yeah.
Makes it feel more dangerous. Like a Cyrus could go in the gas station and get chased like that. You know what I'm saying? When they got cameras, they got all kind of technologies in there that if something happened, you can go back and review the footage. Shit, worst case scenario, if he did take it, which he didn't, what you losing? $1, $3, $10? You know what I'm saying? Like, but to chase, for somebody to have the mindset that we're going to chase them down. I'm an adult who has a son, right? So you know what it is for your child to be in danger. You know what that feels like because you're a father. But then to chase the boy, you a grown man with a gun, says to me that you looking at somebody that you don't feel no connection to. And that's a difference in society now. So to me, it makes me think about when I send my son out, shit, in the neighborhood. It's got to be some boundaries, some regulations on how he's moving out there.
Yeah.
I got to feel like he's equipped to navigate the way society is built now. It's almost like he's not necessarily going out just being straight free, unless you're in a community of people who are like you. Then you feel a little more freedom with that.
Yeah.
But right now, we got short leashes on our parenting right now.
Yeah. When you were talking, as I was hearing you talking, I was telling you to check out the joint on Prime about Underground Railroad.
Yeah, I seen some. I realized I had already was watching it. Yeah.
And then I had said, what did I say to you? I can't remember off the top of my head, but my kids came in there after I got off the phone with you. Because I was binge watching. I made it to chapter 2 where it's called South Carolina, chapter 2, South Carolina.
Okay.
And my kids were sitting there watching it. And my daughter, she cringing up, she hugging me. And my son, he's sitting by her and he leaning over and he was like, Dad, why are they doing that to them? Because there was a part on there where the black dude was getting whipped and he had him and they was whipping him. But then like later on in the movie, the slave master had made all the black people stand there. But this time they had dug a hole up under the guy and put wood like to make like a what you call it, a barn fire joint. And the guy was pouring gas on that and he was pouring gas on the dude. And my daughter was like, "What are you about to do? Daddy, that's gas." And the slave master was talking. And he was about to light a cigar, and Leah was like, "Daddy, ain't when a matching guy." I said, "Yeah, baby." And she like, "No, he's gonna burn him." And he threw it, and they was like, why do they do that? Why is he doing that? And I couldn't sugarcoat it. I said, that's what they do. And she said, who, white people? And Joshua was like, yeah, little white people. And they couldn't believe it. And they said, Daddy, did you grow up with that? And I said, no, baby, but that actually happened back in the day. And her eyes was tearing up. And I was like, wow, I feel like, and I felt awkward to tell her the truth about that. And she's looking at it. So I was like, man, I think I could have been wrong to have them watching it, but I think to keep me from seem awkward explaining it, let them see it. Let them see it. Cause that's like, whoa. And that's instead of me telling them, you better watch him, and I'm not giving them no
reference.
Reference point. This is actually happened. And there was another part where in chapter 2, the woman, they was at a party, and the white people was dancing, and you had the black people that was acting all pious, wanting to be white and everything, and they was walking around, and this black lady came looking like a slave. They took my baby. Why? And the lady that was hosting was like, get her quiet. But then when you look, the black girl that's the star of the movie, she was getting checked out by a white doctor, and he was telling her don't feel uncomfortable, and he was looking at her, and he knew that she was violated, and he said the body tells stories, and he said, well, you might have a problem having kids, but he said don't worry about it. We got a new procedure that we can make sure that you never have none. And the girl turned her head and just started crying. And Leah was like, Daddy, why he tell her she can't have kids? And stuff like that. And it was a white guy. So I was like, man, I have to make it my business to sit down and let them watch this and explain it to them. Because me just telling them without a reference, I sound awkward as hell.
No, I know what you're saying. I mean, I got the book Without Sanctuary. You familiar with it? You know, and I let my son see some of those pictures of lynchings and hangings and told those stories with those references. And those are the kind of conversations that are part of our history, our plight. And you can have somebody say, "Oh, they too young." Yeah, but that's not your plight. A lot of outsiders will be critical, but nobody tells other folks not to share their atrocities. Because if you want to learn from something, you got to give somebody some kind of emotional exposure to it, right? And it's just like they tell you in medicine, right? Why they give you a shot for? They say, "Oh, we give your body a little dose of what it needs to learn to defend against," right? Ain't this the same thing? Yeah. But I'm just saying though.
Yeah, I got you.
You giving the exposure is like a dose of the worst behavior, and let it be known that there's a mindset that comes with that behavior. That even though you might not see the behavior might not be as prevalent now, but the mindset is right. And so you learn to begin to recognize mindsets in different settings, and I think that's important, man.
It's I think it's a good thing to bring up. I think it was somebody that said something like, when we keep thinking about it, we bring it back.
You create it, yeah.
But when you were talking, I was thinking about what that woman said, and I was like, damn, when me and my kids was watching it, like, am I conditioning to do that? But I'm like, shit, look what happened to these two young dudes recent. I mean, we ain't gonna go back to Trayvon Martin and all that. This is the same thing.
Right.
Literally the same thing. So when that woman said we won't let it, it's almost like she was saying we won't let it go. And since we won't let it go, we keep reproducing like this energy was going on. But shit, we keep seeing residue of this shit. It's just in a different form. You look at the black boy, all white jury.
Right.
That was a setup. And y'all know this white man was a child abuser. His son kicked his ass and everything. And y'all still have that destiny to have an all white jury. And the boys are known for beating up other people. And then they taking pictures of AR-15s.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bullying this dude decides, and come on, man. And then look at this guy. Y'all say it's not murder. It is murder. It was premeditated. When you can chase somebody 130 yards, nigga, that's not manslaughter. No. That's not a reaction like self-defense. No, you making it your business to run her. What's so crazy about it, you made sure you got close enough to hit him with the bullet.
That's right.
Why didn't you shoot 130 yards away?
Right.
You waited till you got close enough to do it.
Yeah.
That's murder.
And then why'd you shoot regardless when he was running away from you?
He's off the premise of your story.
It's not like he was pursuing you.
Yes.
You dig? Like the dude was running. So
I truly believe I think we need to look at, like, with my kids, I've just made it my business to, like, I have to show pictures, movies and pictures so they can see it and let them, instead of me telling them, they're gonna make their own decision from it.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and to speak to that whole, the premise is you are what you think. And I think that's true. You are what you think, but that doesn't mean that you become anything that you consume. Like you determine how you process what you consume. Like when it comes to mental stuff, right? Food is different. The type of food you put in your body is what's going to happen to your body. You can make choices about the media and the content that you consume because you put perspective on that and decide who you need to become as a result of watching that. And that's what parenting does. Parenting allows kids to see certain things so that you can set up a lesson for them to internalize and carry forward. That's what that's all about. So anybody who's saying, oh, that's too young, you won't get it and you don't need to be in the conversation anyway, my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the other side of the tracks, for them to maintain and have what they have and still have what they have, they doing a reminder too. They doing a reminder in the house, and they giving them a reminder, this is the level that you have to take it. Let me keep it, to I look at it, to keep these niggers in check. So the same way they yell, you are what you, whatever for us, it's the same thing to go for them.
Right.
And some of them feel validated for doing it.
The crazy thing is, I had a short conversation with an old friend from back in the day online, and I was telling him that, it's obvious, but what folks like to do is see a verdict like this that happen, and when we're on the short end of the stick, they want to debate it. They don't even give you space to grieve. They don't even give you space to give your opinion about the verdict. Like people, all these non-black people, and then some black people too, like to get in there and talk about how, well, if he wouldn't have done this, if he wouldn't have done, in the face of all the evidence that shows you that all these situations are set up to go a certain way. You still have people who want to come in the midst of people who are grieving and affected by that and put their opinions in debate and put laughing emojis and all of this stuff. And to my friends who are on the other side of the tracks, as you say, you see that. But the thing is, you ignore it and then act like the situation still needs discussion and debate to see what's really going on. You know what's really going on. Yeah. It's ignorance. And I realize that, when you use the word ignorance, a lot of people feel like it's somebody who don't know.
Right.
But the root word of ignorance is ignore. Is ignore. When somebody ignores, that means they're aware, but they look the other way.
Yeah.
That's what it means to ignore. If I'm ignoring you right now, I know you're there, but I'm oriented over here. That's ignorance. So these people are ignorant. They know what's going on, but they choose to turn a blind eye. So and I think that's why, in my opinion, they don't deserve to be in the conversation, and that's exactly how I treat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But we're going to wrap it up. I know we went in on that, but, it's about bringing kids into the world in light of this. And I'm going to say one thing that I had told you on the phone And I believe that a lot of people are concerned with bringing their kids into a dangerous world. But I think when kids come from a spiritual perspective, they come equipped to deal with the world in the state that it's in. Mm-hmm. I think that the universe, God or whatever you want to call it, when kids come into this plane, they are equipped. They have the raw ingredients to deal with the situation at hand. It takes parents to parent them, lead them, and bring out the best in them so that they can get their feet set, establish a purpose, and get to work. But I think they got the raw materials. So I feel like we shouldn't be concerned with bringing kids. Like, kids are the ones who gon' do it. In the quote a Bible verse, it says something like a child will lead you. I will put that in this context. Like, kids are already future oriented because they're growing into it. So I feel like when we bring new kids in there, they're destined to go and get it done. You know what I'm saying? You see the play on words there?
Yeah.
Destined.
Yeah, and that's why I named my son Destin.
Yeah.
But when you said that, the only thing that I can say, people call it powers that be, but what you just said, I think they believe that they know this, so they gatekeeping. They gatekeeping everything to go against everything you just said. So since they continue to keep doing that, we must continue to keep doing what you said.
Yeah.
And let nature, the universe, intervene on that.
And I think what you're doing with your kids, what I'm doing with my kids, is the recipe. You know, you're showing them what they need to be. You're teaching them what they need to know. And I think that's the long and short of it. You know what I'm saying? When they get here, we're molding them. You're not molding them. Because even though politics claims that they're not overstepping boundaries in the household, they got 1 foot in the White House and 1 foot in your house. You know what I'm saying? They want to tell you about how to have kids. They want to tell you about abortion. They want to tell you about what family structure should look like. But they say, hey,
discipline them.
We're not involved with your family. We're out of that. The hell you are. Why is all of that even stuff even on the ballot about family structures and a mother and father and kids' sexuality and being binary? Why y'all trying to define
them and all that?
Yeah, all of that stuff. You're trying to define all of that because you're trying to regulate the house.
Like you say,
and I feel like 1 foot in the house. And I think what we got to do is be like, nope, and set our own boundaries and our own values in our own houses.
Cool.
All right, man. Well, we gonna close this out. Y'all weigh in on it. You know, jump in them comments. Don't be in my DM. Put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? This is OG's Uncut Conversations on the Culture. We happy to have you. Glad you're watching and listening. But as we always say, don't you watch and hide. Like and subscribe. Until next time, we out. Peace.